Hello. Good evening. good, good evening, I guess. Yeah, doing a little book review. So, what do I think about this book? What's Your Dream? By Simon Squibb. Yeah, so Simon Squibb's new book. I have read it, and I just wanted to talk about what I thought about the book. I thought it was a very good book, very interesting. I'll try not to give too many spoilers, because if you're watching this video, you're probably going to want to read the book anyway, so I'll try not to spoil it too much. Yeah, so what's your dream? So if you are buying this book or thinking about buying this book, you're probably familiar with who Simon Squibb is. He's an entrepreneur, and he does a lot of talking on social media about trying to, I guess, kind of wake people up and push them towards following their dreams. I'd been following Simon's social media accounts and YouTube channel for a fair amount of while when he brought the book out, so I decided to give it a read. So what did I think? I mean, the book it kind of says it on the front here. It says, find your passion, love your work, build a richer life. And this book was very on the nose for me. That's three things that I wanted to do. So yeah, I guess I was the right target audience. I guess in full disclosure, I finished the book a little while ago, and I forgot to, or I guess was too scared to actually record a video saying what I thought about it. But I'm doing it now. But I think maybe recording it now a bit after the fact anyway is probably a cool thing, because you can actually see what I took away from the book without having just read it a couple of days ago and it been a little bit longer than that. He basically talks you through a little kind of step-by-step process about why you should follow your dreams. He kind of breaks some of the common reasons that people choose not to follow their dreams, sort of the limiting beliefs, things like that. And he gives some advice about trying to find your passion. What I quite like about the book is there's quite well-structured breaks. You get to a couple of points and it says, okay, stop here. If you haven't figured out what you want to actually do yet, because the rest of it isn't going to help you. And I think that's why I'm posting this video so late, because, Simon's book was published quite a couple of months ago now. It's been out for a little while, and I suppose some of the hype has died. I think that, I don't know. It's just been out a little while. I'm not going to try and talk about things I don't understand or know about. But yeah, the reason why I'm a little bit late to the party in reviewing this book, I suppose, after it's been out for a while, is I got to the point, there's a break in the book where he says, okay, stop. If you haven't still figured out what you really want to do yet, stop, because the rest of the book won't help you. And it's taken me a long time to figure that out, and hence it took me a long time to finish it. I don't want to spoil the book for people who are going to read it. I would recommend it, but I think what I would advise to anyone who is going to read this book is, I'd say be prepared to actually, you got to think a bit about what he talks about. It's one of those books that, for me at least, wasn't an easy read, because it does challenge you, it does force you to think. It's not it's not like a bedtime story. It's not that kind of book. It is a book that really will give you a kick up the arse. And I think it quite well reflects the rest of Simon's work. You do get to know him on a little bit more intimate level. He's already pretty, I think, authentic and pretty upfront about who he is as a person on his social media anyway, but just naturally through a long form book like this, you get to see a little bit more of the philosophy of Simon's a bit more deeply. But, for me, this book was worth every penny, and I'm very glad that I bought it, because for me, still now at this point of my life, but also in point of buying this book, I was very stuck and very at a crossroads with what I wanted to do with my life. And I think that's the audience that Simon is trying to reach with this book, is people who are a bit stuck. And I think he has a really powerful message to actually chase your dreams. And I think that's why I'm here now, because I really like books, and that's something that I really enjoyed for a lot of my childhood, and I stopped reading them. I don't know why, you just kind of stop reading them despite the fact that you enjoy them. Reading Simon's book and just getting into books more generally has really been a source of joy for me, and that's something that I like to talk about, something I like sharing. So maybe this is the start of something new. Who knows? But yeah, so in essence, what's your dream? If I was going to put it into a very short review, it is a self-help book. It talks about how to figure out what your dream is, what you should pursue, and it gives you a very step-by-step process on how you can actually get about starting to chase your dreams. And it's a very powerful manifesto for people who really want to live intentionally and follow your dreams. And I loved it. I do really like it, so I would recommend it. I think it's important to follow your dreams, and I'm gonna try my best to do Simon proud, do this book justice, and actually take on its lessons. So yeah.